Hussein and Gambler exchanged a look and ran after her, in case of any accident. Wang Mengmeng's fighting skills were impressive. She could even match the mutant creature using several hypergeno arts. The rest were going in left and right, trying to outflank the creature. The mutant creature seemed to have quite some wisdom and simply fled when seeing through the team's intention. It was also exceptionally fast and was 50 feet away in an instant. Stop! Wang Mengmeng quickly summoned her sacred blood mount, a bear with silver-white fur, and raced off on its back. Then everyone was on the mount, trying to keep up with Wang Mengmeng. But the mutant creature was running quite fast, and after a while, they started to fall farther behind. Wang Mengmeng felt anxious and urged her bear to run faster. Wang Mengmeng, do not chase it on your own. It is too dangerous, cried Gambler. It doesn't matter. I could kill this mutant beast. Please hurry up. Wang Mengmeng did not want to let the creature run off, so she raced off at full speed. Hussein and Gambler exchanged a glance and quickly followed up, but Wang Mengmeng's mount was sacred blood. Although strength was not its strong suit, it was still much faster than their mutant mounts, and soon she was pulling away from them. The team could only desperately urge their mounts to catch up and try not to fall too much behind. They did not worry too much though, as their forces combined were probably enough to kill a sacred blood creature. Wang Mengmeng looked around and see no creature but this one. In addition, she was close enough and did want to lose the prey. So, she kept urging her white bear to chase the mutant creature. Nowhere to run now, she chased the mutant creature to a dune, and the creature stretched its tongue out, panting and lying down, as if it was too tired to run. Wang Mengmeng jumped off the white bear, summoned her lancets and rushed forward. The mutant creature suddenly smiled like a person strangely, which scared her. And then she saw many creatures that looked like this one, though grey in color, walking out from behind the dune. They filled the place shortly and were at least hundreds in number. Wang Mengmeng was suddenly shocked and knew that things had gone south. The mutant creature was sly enough to lead her to its nest. Although the other creatures were just primitive ones, they were great in number and she could never handle all of them. Wang Mengmeng immediately got on the back of her bear and ran away, with the creatures chasing after her like a tsunami. Fortunately, Hussein and Gambler was not too much behind. Hussein saw Wang trapped in the middle of groups of creatures, so he summoned his horn bow and shot an arrow in her direction. Wang Mengmeng had been surrounded by the creatures. Although the white bear had great strength and rampaged through the creatures, they still managed to throw themselves at her. Wang Mengmeng swung her lancets, but could not get rid of all the creatures close to her. Seeing a claw on her shoulder and teeth biting at her white neck, Wang Mengmeng was desperate that she could no longer fight this one off. At this moment, a whoosh was followed by a whimper. The creature on her back was shot through with a black arrow and fell on the ground. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Arrows came from afar and each killed a creature. Soon all 8 creatures surrounding her were killed. Any creature that might endanger her was immediately shot dead with an arrow. No arrow was shot in vain. One even flew by her face and killed a creature behind her without hurting a single hair of hers. Brother Ha, Wang Mengmeng saw Hussein riding toward her while shooting arrows in her direction. All the creatures around her were killed by him. Wang Mengmeng was surprised and filled with joy. At least a mile away from her, Hussein could have such accuracy, which was something she had never seen even in posh schools. Among the other few people, only Su Shaoqiao was good at archery. However, he would not even dare to shoot in her direction from so far. Even if his bow allowed it, he would risk hurting her with his skill level. Wang Mengmeng was overjoyed and urged the white bear to run toward her. Sane. Wielding her lancets, she tried to stop the creatures that came at her. She did not worry about the ones that she could not fight off, as arrows would definitely appear timely to kill them. The distance between the two sides was gradually shortened, and soon they have joined forces. When the team looked around, they were surprised to see thousands of grey creatures flooding toward them. Damn, these beasts are really cunning. They even know how to lure us into their trap, Su Shaoqiao cried, while drawing the string of his bow. It's all my fault, Wang Mengmeng blamed herself. Now is not a good time. There are so many creatures here that we could never kill them all. Let's try to rush out. Hassan headed forward where they came from. He did not go far before he saw the sand in front of him tremor and sink. A giant worm that looked like a silkworm but with the size of a locomotive came out of the sand and opened its large mouth, trying to devour them. It is a rock worm. Damn, there must be more than one. They are gregarious. Hassan forced his mount to change the direction to avoid its attack. He felt a bit worried as he had read about rock worms. Although they were just primitive creatures, they are very large and had great strength. In addition, they had great speed when crawling in sand. For sure, they were one of the most scary creatures in Devil Desert.